Hi, Sal here. So the Galaxy S23 Ultra is the next big thing we're all waiting for. But in the meantime, we have a pretty big development inside Samsung that will change the way Samsung flagship phones are made from 2023 onwards, which could lead to the best Galaxy S23 lineup yet. You see, Samsung's vice president has ordered the company to think about ways to strengthen the competitiveness of smartphones without getting caught up in cost reduction. He explained that cost reduction is something that even latecomers like Chinese companies can do without difficulty, and he ordered the company to focus more on high-end smartphones and make competitive phones that would allow it to compete more successfully at the top than engaging in a race to the bottom with Chinese companies. The vice chairman is acknowledging that Apple is their only competitor right now that truly matters and wants the company to make a phone without thinking about cost reduction strategies to make more profits. Samsung's Ultra flagships are some of the best Android phones you can get, so this new strategy would mean the company's already great smartphones are getting even better. Now, what would be interesting to see is how this would translate to the vanilla version of the S series, such as the S22 and S22 Plus, because they've seen some cost reductions in the past few years, such as downgrading the display from Quad HD to Full HD and putting an inferior camera setup compared to the Ultra, and even an inferior cooling system compared to the Ultra. So it will be interesting to see if we're gonna see any changes with the S24 and onwards, because the S23 is already finalized and ready for production, so any changes at this point is very unlikely. In any case, this is great news. Putting more resources into the high-end smartphone segment would only mean their already great phones are getting even better. With that said, we have some other information about the Galaxy S23 Ultra, starting with the Unpacked event. It was reported that the event could take place in the first week of February, and now we have the exact date of the event courtesy of Ice Universe. It will take place on the first day of February, and likely it's gonna be an in-person event this time. Next, we have the information about the selfie camera of the S23 Ultra. The trusted Galaxy Club reports that Samsung will equip a 12-megapixel selfie camera on the S23 Ultra. The S22 Ultra has a 40-megapixel selfie camera. A lot of websites are calling this a downgrade, but I don't think that is the case. I mean, after a certain number, megapixels don't matter at all except if they were using pixel binning, but they aren't for the selfie camera on the S23 Ultra. So them shifting back to 12 megapixels would mean absolutely nothing, because you wouldn't notice the difference in quality. In fact, it's actually a good thing because all the S23 units will use the same 12 megapixel front camera, and it will be easier for Samsung to better optimize the front camera, which would churn out better results instead of separately doing it for the Ultra and the other S23 units. Anyway, Samsung cannot stop itself from mocking Apple and the new iPhones. Their latest Football World Cup themed ad is hilarious and creative. Check that out here, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.